Great evening, everybody. Great evening, great afternoon. I pray that you guys are well. I pray that you're doing great. I pray that you're doing awesome. It is a great day today. Listen, I just need you as you come in, say something good, say something great, say something grand. As you come in, I want to hear how you doing. How's your faith doing? What's going on today? Like, what type of day are you having? Let me know where you're watching from. It's going to be a very thought provoking, what I believe to be a conversation that a lot of people want to know what's going on, what's happening, what is up. What is up? What is it? What is going down? What is happening with the day? And I got something I believe that's going to be encouraging to you. I'm thankful today. I'm so thankful and overwhelmed to have this opportunity to come to you. We are live and in living color in a lot of platforms and spaces and places. Y'all forgive me for a second. I just want to get all my stuff right. So that everybody can see what's happening, what's going on, what's going down. Let's get it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk a little bit about it today. So as you guys are coming in, I'm gonna give you a little second to come in, and I'm going to, yeah, let's go. Let's put this up while they're coming in. Gonna do a little bit different today. Let's see what we get. Let's see what happens. Yeah, come on in. Boom. All right, let's see what we got. We're gonna be moving a little bit. And I want to be very intentional with the movement. And I'm just thankful today, man. I'm thankful and grateful for this opportunity. It's Thursday. We are live and in living color, and I'm grateful again to be here to share with you. Welcome to Faith Every Day. Yo, it's faith every day. It's a part of us. It's who we are. It's what we do. And I want to shout out all of our Facebook family, all of our Instagram family, all of our YouTube family. Those of you that may be watching on the app, shouts out to you. Happy Thunder Thursday. It's something that we've been doing for a while now, and it's been a minute since I've been up here. It's just a lot has been plaguing up. What is going on? You are the joy I need. Shouts out to you. That's my best friend right there, my new best friend. Shouts out to you, Joy. Yo, you were on fire today, just so you know. And y'all got to reach out. Y'all got to listen. Y'all got to get connected. I'm telling you, the people that God has connected me with is simply amazing, and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for my community. Everybody needs one, especially one that will hold you accountable to the assignment that God has given unto you. So, shouts out to you, Joy. Everybody in Facebook land, everybody in YouTube land, Roku TV, Apple TV. It's going down today. It's going down today. I got something to share with you. Well, first of all, let me share a little bit. Let me share a little bit with you. My name is Victor Johnson. I am. Let me tell you something. I am a lover of Jesus Christ. Let me share that with you. First of all, I'm so grateful. I had the opportunity to be invited into a powerful room on yesterday. One of the representatives of Virginia, the House of Delegates, came to one of our distribution sites. The Lord has granted us so much grace since February to be an impact in our community in Virginia Beach without having our own brick and mortar. It's so moving against the grain of the culture because we've been called to do something. And I'm going to tell you something: when you move in your calling, God will sustain you and separate you from the construct of the culture. And so they don't even know why they've done it, but they've just allotted us a grace and an opportunity where they bring in a mobile RV that they have gutted out, and they've made it a grocery store on wheels. Literally, it's not a Meals on Wheels. It's a grocery store. Fresh produce, protein, vegetables, you name it. It's on the bus, and they get to go grocery shopping, literally, grabbing almost up to 70 to 80 pounds of food, not just for themselves, but other families. Guys, we're going to clear almost 2,000 families alone at our own site. Now, we normally every quarter partner with the Virginia Health Services and the Virginia Beach City to feed 2,000 families every quarter. But the church, here it is. Y'all better talk to me. Holler back at your boy. But the church, the entity by which we were always called to be a source of hope and help to bring healing to our community, we are going to clear over 2,000 families for this year. And I'm so excited. So the word has been getting out, and it got out all the way up to Richmond that a Virginia House delegate came to visit and see and was so impacted to the fact that we were called, summoned, and invited into the room yesterday with some amazing thinkers within our city to strategize, come together, strategic planning to figure out how can we become creative and innovative to really change starting with our state, but ultimately to move throughout the region and ultimately throughout the world with our impact with the message of Jesus Christ. Like it was so amazing. We were actually in the tallest building in Virginia Beach. Let me tell you something. I tell you, your boy was outside yesterday. He was outside yesterday. And so I'm so grateful now to be a part of that group of thinkers, shakers, and movers. I just need somebody to put this in the chat right now. Doors. This is what the Lord is opening, and I love it because He's starting before we get into a brand new year. There's something that God placed up on my heart as it relates to the church that I, along with my wife, have been called to serve as lead pastor of Revival Center Church in Virginia Beach. Shouts out to RCVB of what God is doing and how the sense of urgency is not to wait until the new year. He's like, and He had been giving me things like. Every October is my time. October is my time. I shut down and I prepare to close out the present year and to prepare for the year that is to come. And the Lord has just downloaded so much. And I'm making plans and preparing and strategizing. And He said, Vic, who told you that you have to wait till the first of the year? Who told you that you got to wait? I need you to implement this strategy, this plan, this word right now. He says, because if you wait 30 days to give them what they can have now, not only are you going to hinder what they can receive now, but you're also going to hold up what I can give you double so that you can go into your year already impacting, already moving. And I'm telling you, man, I've been on the edge ever since. And so I just came to encourage you to don't wait. I need you. I feel old school. Don't wait till the battle is over. I need you to shout now. I need you to start shouting now. I need you to start giving God praise now. I need you to start blessing Him now. Not when you see it, but I need you to see it before you see it. I need you to say it before you see it. I need you to give Him glory for the opportunities that you don't even know that's about to be presented to you. I need you to give God praise for the expansion, for the doors. Come here, Revelation chapter 3. The Bible says, and the doors I open, no man can shut. And the doors I'm about to shut, some of us need doors closed on the past. Some of us need the doors closed on what didn't work. Some of us need the doors closed on relationships that have not been teachable but toxic. Relationships that have not been productive but problems. Yeah, those need to be shut. And God says, when I shut the door, no man can open it. They're not going to remind you of who you were and where you've been because you're so locked into where you're going and what I've called you to be. And so I am Victor Johnson. I am one of the lead pastors of Revival Center Church of Virginia Beach, Virginia. I steward that work, as I shared along with my amazing wife, of what we are getting ready to celebrate over 25 years of marital bliss this coming December. We're also having a space in the marketplace where we are in the area and the market of real estate, all things real estate. We're realtors in 2 states. And I'm also a builder. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So we're touching a lot of areas in real estate. We have an influence in ministry. We have an influence in the marketplace, and we do have an influence in media. You can find us anywhere on social media, IG. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us Roku TV, Apple TV. You can find us on our own channel on YouTube, RCTV. There it is, RCVBTV, RCTV. Whatever you're gonna find it. If you turn on, you're gonna see us. We believe in being wherever people are. We are in the people's business, and we are graced to allow and to help and assist you to discover or recover, there it is, your purpose, so that you can be productive, because there's a promise awaiting your presence. I just gave you a lean into who we are, what we're doing, and what we're called to do, because once you're able to identify and acknowledge what your calling is, the gift and the grace that's on your life, you move differently. You approach the day differently. You wake up differently. You go to sleep differently. And the problem, the reason why people are having issues with going to bed, having rest, the reason why people are having issues waking up and approaching the day, is because they have no sense of identity. They don't know what they're called to do. They're looking for people, things, and places to identify what the Lord has already promoted and produced and pronounced, right? I want you to know you already are the thing that you're trying to find out. I can't wait. There's something I'm working on right now. It's a devotional that I got from a book I read, and it said you already got it, so go and get it. Woo! It's a devotional that it's a devotional that can be turned into a discipleship plan. And there are a lot of spiritual truths that can be transferred and applied to all things ministry, media, marketplace, marriage, your money, how you do life as a parent, single or married, young person. It can translate into all fields. You already got it, so just go and get it. I don't have time to go over there and tap into it and tell y'all a little bit of the stuff that we're going to be dealing with. But you know what? Knowing me, I love going off the cuff and just giving you a precursor to where we're going. But I got something to share with you today. I think this word is going to bless you, because it blessed me when God gave me and presented me with the thought. When God gave me the thought, I turned up. I turned up and I turned over. Y'all give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yeah. When God gave me the thought, y'all hear me? Joy, you heard me? When God gave me the thought, I turned up, I turned over, and then I just started documenting. So some of the things that we're going to be dealing with, how desperate are you? I'm not talking about desperation from a place of this is all I got, this is my last will and testament, or this is my last moment. No. I'm talking about a desperation from the fact of, I cannot rest until I fulfill what I've been called to do. I will not sit down. I will not go and stroke my ego, allow other people to stroke my ego. I will not settle until I see it. And there are things that we're going to get into that are going to break down. It's going to be in a study type of Bible and book that you can present it to your teams. You can present it to whether or not, like I said, your marketing team, your management team, your ministry team, things of that. How desperate are you? Check your receiver is another point that we're going to deal with. A lot of times why we were dealing with something the other night, and it's crazy that I go back to that point. We were dealing with something the other night when I was wondering, we were watching TV, and some way, somehow, the signal just stopped. It would not load back up, and we were just trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And so once we went to the settings and to the menu, oh Lord help me today. Once we went back to the manual, here's the issue why people are still stuck in life, is because we're going to people who don't have the answer to try to figure out why we're not moving. And so instead of trying to Google it, I went to the manual, and the manual said to check my receiver. The reason why I couldn't get the picture that I was looking for is because the receiver was not in the place to receive the signal. Maybe life has, I'm already teaching already. Maybe life has pushed you out of position that in one place you were able to hear and connect, but because of emotions or because of pressure or because of frustration, it moved you out of position. You might be in the right place, but you're out of position. And so therefore, I can take that. When I played baseball, I was a bad third baseman. I don't care what y'all say. Terry Pendleton of the Atlanta Braves was one of my idols. I love Terry Pendleton, how he approached the game, how he played, how he responded. So I embodied my game after Terry Pendleton. And a lot of times the reason why Terry Pendleton was such as powerful on third base as a defender is because he understood his position. A lot of us can be in the right place, but the ball will come in certain hops. And if you're not in the right position, yeah, you're on third base, you're in the vicinity, but you are not in position to be able to defend every hop or every ball that comes toward you. And Terry Pendleton was the master of being in the right position. A lot of times, baby, it ain't the problem, it's your position. A lot of times it's not people, it's your position. A lot of times it's not your presentation, it's in your position. And so once I read the manual and the manual said, stop tripping, check your receiver, I went downstairs and somehow somebody knocked the receiver over. It was out of position. And once we reset, I feel it here. Once we reset the receiver, the signal came in uninterrupted and unhindered. I'm telling you, maybe you just need to check your receiver. What's your prayer look like? What's your worship look like? How is your time of devotion? Have it gotten off? Have you gotten out of position? Have you transferred or translated where you were once was because you heard somebody doing it this way or you saw somebody doing it that way and you thought you needed to change your posture because you were looking at another person's presentation? Baby, check your receiver. Man, I got so much. I can't wait. There's another one. And I'm gonna get off that. It's another one. Where is it? Deal with your unbelief. Yo, I can't wait. Y'all gotta push me. Y'all gotta pray for me. Y'all gotta push me to hurry up and get this devotional out because I know it's going to be a blessing to everybody, not just to myself personally. I need you to put it in the chat. I already got it. So go and get it. You already got it. So quit trying to get it. What's going on, Ronald? I see you, BJ. Thank you guys so much for coming in and making yourselves known. As you come in on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you are, just put something great in the chat so that I can respond to you. Let me know that you're here. I see you, Natalie. I already got it. You waiting for 2024, but I'm telling you right now, you got it in 2023. I'm telling you right now, you got it. You already got it. What you waiting for? You waiting for something you already have, and when you already have it, it's going to delay the time for you to start being productive because you're waiting for it. You already got it. So stop trying to get it. Okay, so not only are we in that space, but I'm also a certified trainer to teach real estate. And I'm grateful I was featured this week with Mosley Real Estate School. Didn't even know it, but received message today that they have featured me for this week as the trainer of the week. And I'm like, people talking about my name and I don't even know it. People promoting. Can I prophesy? Is that possible to prophesy during this moment that your name is going through the ears and out of the mouths of people that have the power to change your life? You don't even know it. You don't even know it, that your name, your ability, your skill set, people are discussing how they can bring to you what you need in order to facilitate what they need. You have what somebody else need, and you worried about what people. Okay. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into the emotional. People talk about you and haters. I'm not talking about that. I'm telling you. Hey, Joy. Hey. Listen, if you got eyes, plagiarize. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's only in the kingdom, though. It's only in the kingdom where if you got eyes, you got plagiarize. I'm telling you, God is putting your name in the ears of people who is going to have the ability to change your life. I'm telling you why Joseph was in the pit. Y'all listen. This is not, somebody is pulling on my spirit right now. That's why it's flowing. It's flowing right now. Joseph was literally in the pit, prison. Joseph was in a dark space, the lowest place that he could have ever imagined. Joseph was at a place that he did not warrant it. It wasn't his fault. Joseph is at this point. He is in the pitiful spot. He is at the dawn. He is in the dungeon. He is in the darkest place, the dark room. I gotta bring back to y'all. I know we done got so digital that we forgot the power of development. But y'all remember when we used to take photos, and photos could not fully be seen until it visited the dark room. Because it's where the dark room is that the footage gets developed. It's only in the dark room where the amount of pictures that we've taken can be developed, so we can, and listen, this is what they take in the dark room. They take the negatives. They take the negatives in the dark room, and in the dark room, the negatives get developed and create natures of promise. I gotta speak. Somebody's pulling on my spirit, and that's why this word is coming at such a level and the rate that it is. And some of you think right now you are in your darkest moment. I've been there. Listen, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You're gonna visit there. I told you today. Here's what we're gonna talk about today. I gotta get out of here. Here's what we're gonna talk about today. You're not in trouble. You're in transition. No, baby, you're not in trouble. You're in transition. And somebody right now listening at me live or going to watch the replay, you are in what you believe to be the darkest area of your life. This is the lowest point that you feel that you've ever been before. You've never been at this space where it feels like nobody understands you, where it feels like nobody is showing you love, where it feels like everybody, where Pac say, it's me against the world. You feel like every dream is dead. You feel like every drive has been disposed of. You feel like I have nobody to go to. I have literally nobody to confide in, nobody to tell my dreams, nobody to to tell my aspirations to. Who's going to comfort me? I'm the one. I'm the guy that everybody comes to, but who can I, what else? Who can I run to? Y'all making me bring out y'all making me bring it out today. Who can I run to? So I want to talk to the person that feel that they are at their lowest point. Like you're at the point where you say, I have no more else to give. As a matter of fact, you've taken this position and you've conceded that this is it. You're done. You don't even want to think about anything else good happening. You've said to yourself, I'm even suspect of anything good happening, because you said in times past, I don't want to get too excited, because every time I get excited, then it goes left. You've conceded that you don't deserve a good life. You don't deserve the best. You don't deserve to be happy. You don't deserve to be blessed. You've said this to yourself. I'm reiterating your conversation, and you're watching people move, you're watching people grow, you're watching people expand, and it seems like you're in your own bubble, like nobody sees you, like we're walking past you. We don't care about your emotions. Family is silent, friends are non-existent, relationships are horrible, money is tight, finances is all over the place, and it's like, I don't know. Joseph was at his darkest moment. He is literally in a pit. But while he's in the pit, his name is being uttered to one name, one person that had the power to shift his entire life. But Joseph understood that even though I'm going to be in the pit, I'm still going to be productive. Sometimes you still got to be willing to grind, even though you're in the lowest place of your life. You still gotta be able, listen, you still gotta be you, even when you don't feel like it's you. You still gotta be creative. You still gotta be innovative. You still gotta be the one that brings the life to the party, even if it's a pity party. I gotta work today. You still gotta be what God made you in the space that don't feel good. You still gotta be the one one that sees the bigger picture, even when you can't even see your left turn. You don't know what next is about to happen, but you still got to be the person to enlighten somebody else that their best is yet to come. Even while you so bitter, you're pushing people to be better. Y'all excuse my voice. I'm rising because I'm feeling grace on me, but I just came to talk to you, encourage you. And Joseph said, if I'm going to be in this pit, I'm still going to be productive. I may be in the pit, but I'm still a dreamer. God, you changed my location, but you didn't change my life. The Bible said Joseph was a dreamer, and I don't care where you place me, I'm still gonna dream there. In the pit, I'm gonna dream. Potiphar's house, I'm gonna dream. Left me for dead, I'm gonna dream. They can change your location, but they can't touch your life. That's a whole word right there. That's a whole word right there. Yeah, you might have been fired, but you're still a CEO without a job. Y'all don't want to work with your boy today. They might have let you go, but they released the person that still has the ability to create the next strategy that's going to take the company to the next level. They may told you they have no longer need for your services, but they did not stop the innovator from innovating. No matter where they placed you, they haven't changed who God made you to be. Listen, I need you to put this in the chat. I'm still me. That sounds so crazy. Oh my God. That sounds so crazy. I need you to really talk to your boy today and say, I'm still me. Like, yeah, I'm still me. I may not be still at that place of employment, but I'm still me. I may not be driving but I'm still me. Yeah, y'all may heard us separated for the moment, but I'm still me. What I am and what I'm in is not going to change what God has made me to be. You changed my location, but you didn't change my life. Joseph is at the pit. He's in the pit. This stuff is hurt. He is in the pit, a place he never prepared for. Joseph didn't believe that he would find himself in a pit. Excuse me. When he was given the dream, he never considered that he would be in the pit. The dream never showed him the lowest place of his life. The dream never showed him that when the door was closed, that there were going to be a hallway he could walk down, right? And so here it is. He is still in the pit telling other people's dreams. And while he's still being a good steward over the gift that God has given him, even though it's not at the place that he desires, somebody is talking about the gift that they experience. I need y'all to know this is why you got to keep going. This is why you got to keep being consistent. This is why you got to keep it moving, because your name at this moment is being uttered in the ears of people that's about to change your life. And if you stop being who you are, you're going to miss your moment because of the misery you're under. I gotta get, they changed his location, but they didn't change his life. So yeah, they told you this, that, and the other. They changed you. They changed your location, but they didn't change his life. And the Bible says that Pharaoh was having a problem, but Joseph had the answer. And some way, somehow, the answer had to meet the problem, but it had to be presented that there was a possibility. And because Joseph continued to steward his transition, I want to tell you, you're not in trouble. You just in transition. And in the next few moments, I want to share with you just a couple of ways to survive. I want to call it the tension of transition. You're not in trouble. You're in transition. Listen, y'all help me keep the narrative going and just put this in the chat. I'm in transition. I thought I was in trouble. I'm in transition. I'm here to bring a little revelation to where it is you are, so that you don't miss the moment and miss the place and grace that God, listen to me, that God has placed you. I need you to know that God covers and protects. And sometimes, because we don't know the power of our purpose or our promise, God has to allow things to happen to protect us. We think it's pushing us out, but it's actually covering and protecting the promise that's going to benefit the problem or even the problem makers. You're where you are because God is protecting his investment. Oh, Oh, ding, 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 ding. The reason why that relationship had to cut off at the rate that it did is because God had to protect his investment. And a lot of times God adds to you by subtracting from you. A lot of times God will subtract to add. Yeah. The old song used to say, before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it, but I'm going to subtract from it so it doesn't get diluted. There it is. So it doesn't get diluted with unhealthy conversations, unhealthy thoughts, unhealthy actions, unhealthy relationships. So I'll shut it down. I'll shut it down to protect you. I'll make him leave to protect you. I'll make her leave to protect you. I'll make them leave because what you have is more than what they're trying to present to you. I want to give you ways to deal and to thrive through the tension of transition. I'm going to give you 5 ways. I'm going to give you the number of grace. Lord, please help me get through this. I'm going to give you these few ways to thrive through the tension of transition. Transition, guys, I need to change your perspective. You're not in trouble. You're in transition. And transition is not a bad thing. We're going to talk about it for a little bit. How long? It's 29 minutes. Y'all give me 10 minutes and we're going to wrap it up. All right, we're going to get it. Y'all, listen, if you're really bold, I'll bring you on this live. Don't play with me. I'll bring you up here to help me take this thing out. But let's talk about it. And I need somebody, God bless the scribe. I need somebody to help type it in the chat because I'm not that savvy right now the way I'm working. I'm a one-man band right now. And y'all know me, I can't type and talk at the same time. My wife is the only one with that grace to be ambidextrous. That girl got it like that. I don't know. It is what it is. All right. So I want to deal with it. But let me talk about transition first. Change is one of the most feared things that human beings encounter. Change is one of the most feared things that human beings encounter. Yet it's impossible to get from where we are to where we are going without making a transition. You can't get where you are to where you're going if transition is not made. You cannot get from $18 an hour to 6-figure income if you remain where you are and do nothing different. You cannot go from single to married if you are unwilling to get outside of your independent mind and know that 2 are always better than 1. It's the grace that God has given. Don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. You cannot get from where you are to where God wants you to go without making a transition. I feel personally that a greater part of our success, our growth, our productivity, to see expansion or to maximize our potential as who we are is how we manage the season of transition. I'm telling you how you are as a father, how you are as a man, how you are as a woman, how you are as a mother, how you are as a husband, how you are as a father, a wife, how you are as parents, how you are as a business owner, as an employee or an employer, how you are as a community leader, as a spiritual leader, pastor, mentor, whoever you are in the level of leadership that you are, however you do it, you gotta understand, listen, you gotta understand that the power to your productivity is how we manage seasons of transition. It's going to change. I need you to understand that. It's going to change. Nothing stays the same forever. Listen, I know people that's been married 50 plus years. I'm halfway there, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise and we get to December like I can't wait. But they didn't stay the way that they met themselves 49 years ago. There were transitions that were made in order for them to get to what the culture declares as a a golden year. 50 is a year of gold. They represent it, or they resonate gold. Gold is a rare possession. It doesn't happen all in one place. You got guys that spend their lives trying to dig and go places to discover gold, but you cannot get the gold if you don't get going. If you're going to get to your greatest triumph, you're going to have to go through your greatest transition. And how we manage seasons of transition is going to determine the success that we desire. It's somebody put this in the chat for me. It's going to change. and you can see that from whatever. I'm challenging your perspective, but I want you to know it's going to change. It is a proven scientific fact that change is one of the most feared things that human beings encounter. We resist it with every fiber of our being. You know why? Because we love stability. We love sameness. We love, as the cultures say, we are creatures of comfort. We don't like things differently. We want it the same way. And I will tell you, this is the reason why people, organizations, this is why the most innovative people will never reach their maximum success, is because they are unwilling to adjust. They are unwilling to be flexible. But I need you to understand that in your makeup, in your DNA, you and I were never called to be comfortable. We were never called to remain the same. We were called, we were made, we were created to change, to be, I love this word, to be fruitful. I had a thought this morning. So I was eating some fruit this morning. There's these little oranges I love. I don't even know what they called. I don't even know. They just small plutes or what. I don't know what they're called, right? But and they're so small. So I brought 3 of them with me for breakfast this morning. And I'm popping. Listen, I'm popping them like they were no issue. And when I got to the second orange, cutie or something like that, cuties or something like that. When I got to the second orange, I noticed that I wasn't dealing with seed. I ate the first one, no problem, but the second one, my spidey sense went off, and I say, hold up for a second. I know I've peeled the orange, but I had no issue with seed. Normally, I'm chewing the orange and then I hit something crunchy that stops the process. And I say, oh my God, that was a seed. So I got to get it out. But in the first one, no seeds. I'm halfway through the second one. And I asked myself a question. I was getting ready. I was on my way to a meeting and I'm having a moment in the truck. And I asked myself, I said, how can this be fruit without seed? Okay. I need my thinkers to lean in now. I need y'all to come on in the room. And I asked myself a question. I said, can you get fruit, or can you be fruitful without the seed? And then my mind starts to go to the different types of fruit that we have that don't have seed. And the next thing I go to a seedless watermelon. And then I asked the question, I said, can you get fruit without seed? Oh, a lot of it requires something put in order to get something out of it. That's transition. The challenge is that we've gotten to a place where because we don't want to deal with the issue of dealing with seeds, we would rather produce something, oh my God, that looks like, that tastes like, that sounds like, that even feels like, but it's not it because it didn't go through the process. Oh my God. I'm telling you, the Bible says this in Proverbs, there is a way that seems right. I'm going to tell you, you're not going to get there without transition. You can't, I'm just telling you, there's no way around it. Now, you can settle for something that appears to be like it, but you will not get the fulfillment because it's not it. Every counterfeit, I'm telling you, the Louis bag, the Gucci bag, the fake Jordans, it's going to look like it. But I'm telling you, because it's not made from the product, it didn't go through the process of transition. What you have is a counterfeit. And the moment it is introduced to something that the process of transition produced, it's not going to yield you longevity. It'll start, but it will not finish. Transition. Let's just get into it. Let's get into it. We love things to remain as they are. But the inevitable aspect of life is that it always changes. It's going to change. It's going to change. But I want to share with you how you can be productive and thrive through the transition. God anticipate. That's why we are living organisms. God made us, created us from the substance that's constantly moving. Constantly. That's why your bones. Oh, let me talk to the people that's trying to give yourself arthritis. You ain't got no arthritis. You just got shortness of movement. You ain't moving. Lord, I wonder why my feet is swelling. You ain't moving. You're not moving. Why am I picking apart this? You're not moving. And when y'all know how, let's deal with it. Let's deal with it. You know how it is if you leave a car abandoned for an amount of weeks and days and months. Those joints, those ball joints, those struts, the fluids, even within the mechanism, will start to congeal because it's not made to stay still. Watch this. Let's just go practical. This is why they tell you, y'all listen to me. Y'all new car owners, y'all listen to me. That's why they tell you every 3,000 to 3,500 miles, you got to change your oil. Because if you want the maximum push out of your engine is used to fresh oil. God Almighty. You can't even as a person move at the maximum level of your person if your oil is not fresh. Lord, I'm about to jump out of this studio right now. Some of us are trying to operate on oil we got 20 years ago. Come on, let me talk to my co-laborers. Let me talk to my bishops. Let me talk to my pastors. Let me talk to my men and women of leadership. You got your last dose of oil when you got your certificate, when you got that license, when you got that degree. That's the last time you got smeared and you've been moving off of the old oil. What happened? It slows down the engine. It doesn't move at the rate of speed that it could because it's working off of old oil. Ooh, I can't even be innovative because I'm still trying to get something new while carrying something old. The Bible puts it in this term in Matthew, in the book of Matthew. He says, I cannot put new wine in old wine skin. There's a process that the new wine does that the old wine skin can't handle. Woo! The old wine skin does, though it's a container, it does not have the capacity to expand. And God is trying to give us new ideas, new revelations, new thoughts, new patterns, creativity that's going to take us to the next level. But because we are unwilling, we still trying to bring an old vessel. Listen, we're trying to bring an old vessel to new value, but you won't be able to keep it because you don't have the capacity to contain it. You still trying to use old methods. Oh my God. There is so much within you that you don't even understand. And this is why God is trying to introduce it to you. But because we are so conditioned to be comfortable and stable, and we wanted to remain as you are, you go miss who you've been called to be for holding on to who you've always been. I think it's time to let it go. Yeah, I think it's time to let it go. The inevitable aspect of life, y'all listen to me. The inevitable aspect of life is that it always changes. One person said, the only thing that is constant is change. The only thing that does happen all the time is change. You can't, all right, let me bring it practical. Let me put my daddy hat on. You can't expect your marriage, you 10, 15 years in. I don't even got to go 10, 15. Let's go 5. You cannot expect that woman who you married to be the same one that walked down the aisle. You can't even hold her to be who you met her. There is so much wrapped in her that the more you guys come together, the more expanded she becomes. This is the power of growth. This is the power. This is why it has to change. It's not going to be the same. Let me tell y'all newlyweds something now. That's why when we coach people in marriage counsel, we don't focus on the wedding. I'm going to tell y'all right now, the wedding ain't for the couple. The wedding is for the people. The wedding is for the ones that are there to celebrate you and the ones that are casting lots trying to figure out how long y'all going to stay married. The wedding is for the people. The marriage is for y'all. And so we challenge the couples to focus on the marriage and not on the wedding. No, because you're going to change after that wedding. Once y'all come back from that 5 or 7 day of bliss honeymoon, you coming back to do work. And the problem happens is when we focus and think that the honeymoon is going to be what we ride through the rest of our marriage. No, sir. No, sir. Ma'am, she going to change. He's going to change. But the blessing is that the thriving comes in understanding the power of transition. You are not going to be who you were. I found my wife at 19, married her at 22. Now at 45, I'm looking at a whole different person. But we've taken the years and the time to develop and expand and challenge each other to grow. I am not who she met. I am not who she married. I'm a totally different person. But the transition teaches you how to thrive and understand that we are going to change. And the blessing is you get to be a part of the process of change. Somebody put in the chat, I'm changing. I'm changing. I'm telling you, I'm changing. You're not in trouble. You're in transition. You got to understand that he's going to be different. Things are going to change. Don't even add children to the element. Because once y'all go from boo loving and empty nesters to start having little feet running around in that house, it changes the dynamic of the house. I'm just like, I'm gonna tell y'all personally, my marriage, we went quickly from husband, wife to daddy and mother. I'm right in the moment, right in the time frame. Because they want to at least wait 3-5 years for you. I couldn't wait. We had to drop it like it was hot. I'm just letting y'all know right now. It's just that's just where I'm at. I can't speak for anybody else. That's just where I'm at. And children changes the dynamic of your marriage. Not for the worst, but it's changing. So you have to create now a new normal, right? But the issue comes that people don't want to change. But there's no way you can get to success without the process of transition. I got to hurry up. All right, let's go. First of all, we need to understand the nature of transition. A transition is not a change just for the sake of changing. Let me give you the blessing of transition. I'll say it again. A transition is not a change just for the sake of change. But a transition is moving. Listen to what I'm going to get ready. Listen to what I'm about to say. But transition is moving from one point to another. It is essentially, listen, it is essentially moving forward. Joseph is not even the guy I wanted to earmark to deal with transition, but because he's on my mind right now, I want to give it to you. When you see Joseph's life, from the point he gets the pronouncement of the dream to the fulfillment of the dream, he goes through point to point. He goes from the point of receiving the dream to the point of sharing the dream to his brothers, to the point of his brothers being jealous, causing him to be thrown into a pit to die, and for him to be sold into slavery. From slavery, he gets sold to Potiphar's house. In Potiphar's house, he gets lied on. Now he has to run and leave. He's ultimately caught, lied on again. Now he's thrown in prison. From prison, he gets to Pharaoh. From Pharaoh, he gets the right seat as the place that God desired. Every point that God allowed to get him, every point that God allowed him to go through, to us looked like trouble, but it was transition. Maybe your perspective is not where you are or what's happened, but what God is allowing you. That trouble is pushing you closer to your triumph. But if you only focus on what's happening and not why it's happening, you are going to miss the moment. I don't know if this is helping you, but this is helping me because y'all ain't responding in the comments. It's all good. I just need you leaned in. Maybe if you change your perspective, you'll be able to change your productivity. Every point of Joseph's life that looked like trouble was actually transition, and it was moving him forward. Boom, 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 boom. Why? Because God will always protect the promise of his word. God will always protect the promise of his word. Shh. You are not in trouble. You're in transition. Yeah, you got fired from that job, but it's pushing you to the business. That attack that has been against your marriage is pushing y'all to the next level of y'all marriage. Come on, y'all. Come on, hear me. The battle that you're having in your finances is only pushing you to be fruitful. You're not in trouble. I just need somebody to put in the chat, I'm in transition. Let's hurry up. I gotta finish. Let me hurry up. I gotta finish. Y'all with me? Y'all gotta stay with me. Because I'm rocking. I'm here. All right. So transition is moving. Transition is moving forward, essentially. When we as believers begin to encounter transition, when we begin to encounter transition, when things begin to get shaky and unfamiliar, we need to realize that God is taking us somewhere. Let me give you the indicators. Let me give you the indicators. YouTube, let me give you the indicators. Facebook, IG, let me give you the indicators. When things begin to get shaky, let me ask you a question real quick. What is shaky in your life right now? What have you been introduced to right now that has been unfamiliar? You said to yourself, I've never been through nothing like this. I have never seen or experienced anything like this. I want to tell you the best is yet to come. God is preparing you for something bigger that you have not even considered. You don't even know what's about to hit your life. You're focusing on the problem. You don't even know. You don't even know what God is preparing you for. Let me give you the indicator again. When things begin to get shaky and unfamiliar, pack your bags. Because God is taking you somewhere. If transition is from point A to point B, it is moving you forward. Some of you, you've said to yourself, I ain't never experienced anything like this. I'm fighting battles I ain't never fought before. Some of you are carrying weight that you've never carried before. You are being presented with things that you never had to face. You are having to deal mentally and emotionally, and now you're tapping into it financially. It's happening in your relationship and dealing with your family. I'm telling you, when things begin to get shaky and unfamiliar, God is taking you somewhere, and he's causing you to be repositioned. There are things that you cannot get where you are. The reason why God is causing a reposition is because there are some things you cannot get at the present location where you are. Y'all listen. The reason why God allowed Joseph's brothers to throw him in a pit was so that God could preserve the promise that he put in Joseph and even the people that were going to be blessed by him. Sometimes God got to separate you from the people who have been so familiar with you that they won't be able to receive the blessing that you will be to them. And so separation is essential, and God will transition you for a season. Oh my God. I know it hurt you. I know they hurt you. I know the moment hurt you. I know you said, I never thought in all my days that you would be the person that would hurt me. I never thought that y'all would be the people that would come against me. I knew the people outside, but not what they say in the culture, it be your own people. When your own people, but stop looking at it. It ain't personal. It's about your promise. And God is preserving you by repositioning you. This is anybody getting this right now? Is this blessing anybody other than maybe I'm up here just to talk to myself, right? Maybe I'm up here to preach to myself today, because this thing is tapping and touching me right now. And I thought rejection was about what I didn't do, but rejection was about what he's about to do. Oh my God. And rejection is really reposition. God playing chess with us and we don't even know it. We getting so in our feelings that we've lost focus of our faith. And your faith is to trust that whatever the Lord is doing, I know he's doing it with my best interest in mind, because I know this, that I may not know who hold the future, but I know exactly what the future holds. I don't know what the future holds, but I know who holds the future, so I can take confidence in that I'm being repositioned. Lord, this is encouraging my heart today. I can't speak. I don't know if it's, but it's encouraging me. And a lot of times When things are becoming shaky and unfamiliar, you need to realize that God is taking you somewhere. Why? Because you could not get what you need to get where you are. And sometimes God has to reposition you so you don't lose your fire, so you don't let the rejection or the denial or the misunderstanding of people to kill your creativity. So that he can preserve you and protect them, he will cause you to be repositioned. Reposition. There are things that you cannot get where you are. And God wants to strategically position you so that you will be able to access things that you could never get in the place that you are. Let me talk about me. All right, so there's this conversation that we have. I love, and shouts out to my mom, Betty Johnson, right? I'll never forget. We always talk about this moment. I'm 19 years old, and I come to my mom. I don't know if it was a Sunday morning and a Saturday night. I come to my mom and I said, Mom, the Lord has shared with me that I am to move to Virginia. I had no house in Virginia. I had no job in Virginia. I only knew a few people in Virginia. The church affiliation was the only connection that I had to Virginia. I've I've just drove through Virginia. Never sat there and visited. I never set up shop in Virginia. Virginia didn't know me. I didn't know Virginia. But the Lord told me, and I'll never forget, because at this point I had already proposed to my wife, and we had been a year long distance relationship. I'm in Atlanta, she's in Virginia, and I said, and the Lord said, you're going to move to Virginia, and there's going to be a blessing there, and I'm going to do so many, and all these things that He's telling me, and I'm getting this from the Lord at 19, and I'm telling my mom, I'm sharing this with my mom, and I said, Mom, the Lord told me I'm moving to Virginia. And Mom was like, and I love here's what I want to share with you parents out here. Don't I want to say, how to say, help me, Holy Spirit. I love my mom because she cultivated my ability to believe that I heard God's voice. She didn't shut it down because I'm her baby boy. I've never been separated. None of us. I have an older brother and younger sister. Now, we may have moved in different cities or zip codes, but we've never moved away. Like, we were always touchable in the event that Mom needed us or we needed our mom. We were in proximity to where we could be touched. We can be covered. We can cover her. Not one of us has ever separated. And for me to come, me the baby boy, me to come and say, hey, Mom, the Lord told me I ain't never been out the state. Never. Outside of when I'm on band trips. Like when I was with the band, we traveled. That's different. You know, we went on the trip and we came back home. So I still had a chaperone that was able to provide and all that. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about now leaving comfort, leaving what I know is protection, leaving what I know for what I don't have an idea of. And I said, the Lord told me this was like I said, I don't know, it was a Saturday night or it was Sunday. And she never killed, she never assassinated what I believe I heard the Lord say. But she asked the question, you know, where are you gonna be? What area in Virginia? You got a job? What's got? Now I had no, all I had was the word of the Lord. And I said, Mom, I just believe. And I can't even tell you what that felt like from a mother. But I know that my mother's a woman of God and that she trusts God. And even though the mother side of her, the nature, we had these conversations. I did not want you to leave. I did not want you to leave. But I wasn't going to stop what the Lord had shared with you. And I want to challenge you, parents out there, and this is what I always love about her. She said, as much as I did want you to go, I had to trust what I put in you. Because you don't even know, watch this, that release may be a preparation for you to be blessed from it. I got Bible to back me up. The Bible says, y'all remember the boy that had the lunch? That mother, I don't believe that mother had in her mind when she was fixing that lunch for her son, the 2 fish and the 5 loaves of bread. She had no idea that what she released to her son was going to ultimately nourish thousands. She had no idea. She had no idea that what she prepared for him was really going to benefit 5,000 people, not including women and children. She had no idea. You don't know what the Lord has allowed you to prepare for your children. That's ultimately going to bless families, going to bless nations, going to bless country. You don't know. So you can't get into the way and allow your feelings to stop their future that will ultimately come back and be a blessing to you. I will always honor my mother for that. I will always honor her. I will always honor her for loving me enough and being in love with God enough not to get in the way and to even allow me to get out there and figure out and find out if God spoke to me. That was Sunday. Yo, I didn't even have a car to drive. We were in transitioning vehicles, and I had just got an apartment not too long. I had just got an apartment and hadn't even moved in all the way. And I'm telling her on Sunday. Monday I come home because I got to get a car. I got to go because I got to be gone by Wednesday. That was the word. I got to be gone by Wednesday. She said, when you leave? I said, Wednesday. No car, no job, no house. A word from the Lord. Transition. God was repositioning me. And because it was looking shaky and it was unfamiliar, it was actually God positioning me, because he said, Vic, you will not be able to get what I want you to have that's ultimately going to be a blessing to the people you're connected to where you are. Some things you're only going to get as a release of where you go and are willing to follow and step into. And I'm going to tell you, I was moving, but I was moving very gingerly because I had never experienced God at this level. Never. I had never been at this level with God. No car. So I went out Monday. I went out to try to find a car. Nobody would approve me. Nobody said yes. I'll never forget it. I went to Bill Hurd Chevrolet. I'll never forget it. Bill Hurd Chevrolet in Kennesaw, Georgia. It's actually where my mom doesn't live now. It's so crazy. This is so crazy. I went to Kennesaw, Georgia, Bill Hurd Chevrolet, to look for a vehicle. That was Monday. We searched. They searched the whole dealership. Something within my budget, something within my range, and they could find nothing. Nothing. I came home. Mom said, you found anything? I said, no. She said, you still gonna leave? I said, yes, ma'am. Even in her voice, I can still hear it. Like, okay, I don't want my baby to leave, but he said, what God said ain't gonna get in the way. I'll never. I remember like it was yesterday. Tuesday comes. I get up. I said, okay, we gotta leave tomorrow. I go to another dealership. I think I went by 3 of them. Nothing. Nobody. Nothing. Come home. You found anything yet? Mm-mm. When you leaving? Wednesday. What time? I guess I gotta be on my noon 10-hour drive. I get up Wednesday morning. And I'm slowly, listen to me, I'm slowly packing my bags. You want to talk about, I'll never forget that feeling. I'm packing my bag, but I don't even know where I'm going. Transition. See, transition is not about what you know. It's about who you know. It's about being led and understanding that God is gracing and guiding your life. I got to hurry up, man. I'm way past my time. And so I get up, I'm packing my bags, and I think it's around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I get a phone call. And it's Bill Hurd Chevrolet. I remember that morning I get up and I pray. I said, Lord, it's Wednesday. I don't know. I'm trusting you. I was so I don't even remember what I prayed. I just know I just vaguely remember I said, I'm trusting you. You said this, and I just believe. 9:30, 10 o'clock, I get a phone call from Bill Hurd Chevrolet. The salesman said, Mr. Johnson, you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. I said, because we walked a lot. You remember? I said, yeah, we walked a lot. He said, you're not gonna believe this. But there was a car, a Honda Accord, that I'd never seen. Nobody even knew that it was here. It just appeared, and it fits everything that you were looking for. Budget, everything. Man, I went out there, saw the car, test drove it. Numbers made sense. And it's like, Craig, I'm trying to think. I don't have a job. I got to get a job. Listen to me. I got to get a job to pay for the car note. Insurance, listen to me. Listen, transition. I go down there, we get everything works. I mean, everything is sweatless. From acquisition to approval, I drive home. When I got in that car and I drove it in that park, when I drove it to my mom's house, when she saw me pull up, that's when it hit that it was real. I gotta hurry up because I gotta give y'all the ways. So anyway, I'm packed up. I get everything in the car, and I'll never forget that embrace that I got from my mom, because she understood. I don't know where I'm sending him, but he said he's following God. Transition is very unfamiliar and it's shaky, but it's God. It was God taking me somewhere because of my willingness and my mom's willingness to release me. And I'll never forget it. She said, I didn't look back because I can't even look back. She stayed on the porch as I drove off. And I drove around the corner. And I can't tell you that feeling I felt. You're talking about the most uneasy, unsettling. I never felt that like I felt in my life. And I'm driving to a destination I don't even know. I got a question. Where is there? And I'm like, I don't know where I'm going. I didn't even have a destination before I left. I made phone calls on my way to Virginia to find out where I was going to lay my head. If not, I was going to be sleeping in that Honda. But God, because of my obedience to follow him and transition and be uncomfortable, before I crossed the state line, not only did I have a house to stay in, a place to reside, but I had a job to interview. And I'm going to tell you, I've been here now 24 years later. The favor of God that he has extended to me. I'm not even going to tear up. I'm not, because this is what God is trying to get us to. And he wanted to strategically position me, just like he wants to position you, because he knows what he has for you. The present place and location that you have doesn't have the capacity to receive what he wants to give you. All right, let me go. So here are the areas. I'm gonna give you very quickly because we gotta go. Here are the areas to thrive through the tension of transition. Y'all ready? I hope I got somebody that can type it for me because I gotta move quick. 5 ways to thrive through the tension of transition. Number 1, you gotta pause. You gotta take time to assess your surroundings and identify the transition. You got to pause. You got to pray. You got to worship. You got to reflect. You got to resist the urge to give in, to, I'm not going to do it, to give up, to run, but you got to pause. You got to quiet yourself so that you can listen and hear and identify the signpost and that God is showing you. I call them mile markers. You know, when you're driving down the road, they have these things called mile markers on the side of the road that indicate you and give you points of references as to let you know how far you are or how close you are to your destination. You got to stop and you got to identify those mile markers that God is showing you. Number one, you got to pause, take time to assess. You got to acknowledge where you are and be patient by remembering who you are and what you believe. I remember God loves me. I'm a child of God. Like, he wants this for me. So if I'm in any hands, I know all states say they got good hands, but I'm in the hands of the Lord. The Bible says that he orders the steps of good men. Psalm 27:14 says, wait for the Lord. Don't move. Don't let people push you. Don't let pressure push you. Don't let anxiety push you. But Psalms 27:14 says, wait for the Lord. Wait on him. He's the one transitioning you. He's the one shifting you. So you can't move before he moves. Even though you can anticipate what he's doing, you don't even know which way he's going to go. That's why the Bible says, wait for him. Be strong and take heart. Wait for the Lord. Wait for him. Pause. Wait for him. Don't even move. You know, you ever have your kids, like you take them and it's a place that you've been before, and so they try to run off and they think you're going to go in a certain direction. And you say, ho, you don't even know where we're going. I do know, Mom. I've been here before. Yeah, but you don't know we're not going in the same place. The Lord is saying, hold up. We're not. I know it looks familiar, but we're not going to do what we've done. I want to introduce something new to you. So number one, you got to pause. Number two, you got to permit. You got to let go of doing. You got to let go of doing in the tension of transition and rest in just being in it. Don't let it happen. Don't resist the transition. Joseph never resisted. I know it didn't feel good being challenged by your brothers, thrown in the pit, lied on, left for dead, sold into slavery, lied on in Potiphar's house, saying you did this, knowing you didn't do this. Now you've been thrown in jail, and now you still in a place that, but you got to permit and know that God has got me. Like, listen, if y'all don't know anything else, God is in control, man. Listen to me. You think he gonna let something happen to the person that he created and what he put in you that's gonna be a blessing to the earth? You really think he gonna let you fall? You gotta, Colossians, I think it's Colossians 3 said, let this mind be in you. Like, you gotta release all the other stuff. You gotta let God do what he gonna do. Like, stop resisting what he's trying to release to you. He's trying to deal with your attitude. He's trying to deal with your anxiety. He's trying to deal with your depression. He's trying to deal with other things that you've been devoted to. And he's allowing those things to now come up short. I need you to stop trying to hold on to what's no longer needed and permit. Give yourself permission to breathe, to rest, to regroup. Allow yourself to experience the emotions that arise during the season of change without judgment or criticism. Stop just, oh, this, that. Release that stuff. Get out of your feelings. Get in your faith. So you got to pause. You're going to thrive through the tension of transition. You got to pause. You got to wait for the Lord. Be strong. Take heart. And then you got to permit. You got to allow yourself to experience the emotions. They're going to happen, but just don't let them have you. Psalms 34:18 says, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and he rescues those whose spirits are crushed. Realize that God is close to you in this place and lean into him before relying on your own effort or strength or reaching out to other people that cannot determine what the Lord is developing in you. The Lord is close to you, Psalms 34:18. And rely on him. Lean into what he's doing. You got to pause. You got to permit. Number 3, you got to process what's happening. Change your mindset. I'm going to challenge you to change your perspective. Transition is not about claiming the final product, but learning through the process. Joy said something this morning that was just, I don't know if she's still on watching. She said something this morning that was so, it resonated with me. She said, we get so focused that the goal is actually the house, or the goal is actually the six-figure income. The goal is actually the business. The goal is actually the building, but that's not the goal. The goal is the process of what you're going through, because even when you get to where you think it is, there's something so much greater that God has for you. Don't get so lost or locked into getting the promise that you miss the power of the process, because that process is developing what's going to keep the promise productive. And we think, because you think it's about the house, it ain't got nothing to do with the house. It has nothing to do with the car. It has nothing to do with the six-figure income. God has so much more to give you for you to offer. This is why in talking to, I deal with a lot of billionaires and millionaires. And the question is like, what do you do when you get your first million? I went for another million. So it's like the place that you think is there, it's really not there. There's really no place called there, because once you get to the place that you think is there, there's going to be a hunger for another location. That's just what it is. Like it's the journey of growth. It's the journey of being fruitful. You're never just going to settle in one spot. That's not being greedy. That's being fruitful. You ask anybody. Like you get one, you gotta like I never forget, they told me you flip your first house, Vic. It only takes one. Once you flip your first house, you're gonna be ready for the next one. I'm gonna tell you, almost 20 houses in. After I flipped my first one, I said, I'm sold. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Excuse me. There's no place called there. And you got to let that process challenge your mind. That's why God is transitioning you, so you can think outside of your thinker. It's bigger than what you think. So you got to change your mindset. Transition is not about claiming the final product, but learning through the process. Understand that the time spent in the hallway in between is a time to strengthen your faith. I love saying that, because just because you go through, so you come out and the door is closed, there's another door that's getting ready to open. But don't just focus on the doors. There's something that takes place in the hallway. And in the hallway in between is a time to strengthen your faith, lean on the promises of God, and dig deep biblically into what God is doing to prepare you before the opening of the next opportunity. So don't just, oh my God, they shut the door on me. Oh my God, I got fired. Oh my God, they closed our business down. Oh my God, our contract is over for this season. Don't focus on the closed door and be so quick to try to get to the next one. Find out what's happening in the hallway. Woo. Sometimes there may be healing that needs to take place in the hallway. You may need to get healed before you going into your next opportunity, that you don't mess that opportunity up because you didn't get healed from the past opportunity. So the hallway is the place that's creating strength, creating a healing, creating getting you whole, creating closing up chapters that don't need to be read anymore, like getting healed in the hallway before you move forward and be whole in the future. So understand, woo, that's a whole other conversation. Understand the healing in the hallway. Avoid comparing your journey to others, because everybody's process looks different. David's process looked different from Joseph. They both had to go through transition, but their products and their processes was different. Moses was different from Abraham. Like Jonah was different from Nehemiah. Like don't judge your journey based on somebody else's. We have totally different processes. They're gonna look totally different. You can't gauge, well maybe God's gonna do this for me. No. It's gonna be totally different. It's different. It's a different grace for everybody. It's not the same grace. Same God, different grace. It's gonna be different. So don't hold God to want to do for you, right? Don't go hard. Don't hold God accountable and try to make him do for you what you saw from somebody else. It's not gonna happen. There's a different grace. Matter of fact, I don't even want to minimize God to think that he's only able to do one thing twice. Come on, man. There's so much more to him. And so what you got to do is you got to let the process do that. Understand that the time spent in the hallway, see that time spent in the hallway, don't just look at the closed door and run and wait for the next open door, but get healed in the hallway. Get healed from comparison. Get healed from competing. Get healed. Well, I ain't married yet. They got married before me. I'm going to have to hurry up and go get my man. See, you pushing yourself beyond the process. You ain't even prepared yet. You gotta let the process do what it's going to do. Change your mindset. Transition is not about claiming the final product. You're not in trouble. You're in transition, and a lot of training needs to take place. You're trying to. You think it's the devil, but it's not. It's development. Dark room is development. You think you're at your lowest place. I'm in my darkest place. I can't. You, baby, you being developed, and all the negativity that comes in that dark room produces something beyond what we never thought we would be able to see. So let the process you. Psalms 25:5 says, "Lead me in your truth and teach me. For you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day long." I'm going to let you process me. I'm going to let you make me what my future needs. Ooh, my future don't need who I am right now. My future needs this time that I've been in development. The reason why you've allowed so much separation is because the addition that's going to happen needs to take place. And I'm not going to be able to get here what I need for there. So process the hallway is going to let me get healed from that stuff. Some of us need to get healed from bad past events, relationships, connections that some of us, we can't even maximize where we are now is because we ain't got healed from what did happen. Some of us still right now are living in what other people did to us, or what I say, what we allowed people to do to us. And now what we say is we don't trust nobody because somebody didn't value my body. Ooh. And so the people who are to get the benefit from who I am can't receive it because I'm holding on to what the other people could not see, did not allow to take place. The hallway is going to process your healing. I'm in the hallway. Guess where I am? I'm in the hallway. And there's a place between promise and fulfillment. It's called in the meantime. I think I've given it another name. It's in the hallway. Understand, this is a good point. Understand that the time spent in the hallway, in between doors, is a time to strengthen your faith, lean on God's promises, and dig into the biblical truth before opening the next door of opportunity. What can we allow God to fix, heal, or set us free from before we move forward to the next opportunity? What have we recognized and acknowledged that we've carried from opportunity to opportunity, and we've just let it come a part of us and never dealt with it because we didn't let process be process, because we were so focused on getting to the product. It's not about the job. It's not about the career. It's not about the six figures. It's not about the house. It's not about the marriage. It's about the process, because even your end goal, God wants to do something so much more. All right, let me move. So you got to pause. You got to take time to assess your surroundings, identify your transition. You got to permit, you got to let go of doing in the transition and realize that God is with you, and rely on him and not your effort. You got to process. You got to change your mindset. Understand transition. It's not about claiming the final product, but learning through the process. Number 4, you got to plan. You got to plan. What's up, girl? You got to plan. Whether your time of transition is a few weeks or a few years, you must be careful not to become too comfortable in the hallway. So though you get healed in the hallway, you can't stay in the hallway because the opportunity is about to come. That's why when we would change classes, that we would love to go in the hallway. But once that bell rings, you got another class to go to. Now you can take a few minutes, transition into class. Y'all, we used to dance off in the hallway. We used to do all kind of crazy stuff in transition to the next class. But you didn't stay in the hallway, because once that bell rung, there's another opportunity, another class you had to go to. And if you got caught in the hallway, you got in trouble. You can't stay in the hallway too long. It's seasonal. So whether your time of transition, a few weeks, few years, you must be careful not to become too comfortable in the hallway. You got to purge yourself of the past to plan for the future. People, places, and or things can either hold you back or propel you forward. What are they doing for you? I'll say it again. You got to purge yourself and plan for the future. People, places, or things can either hold you back or propel you forward. You determine what they're doing. Now, this is not an indictment. It's, well, I don't need nobody. I'm me, myself. No. You're going to need people. You're just going to need the right people. You don't need a lot of people. You just need the right people. And you got to make sure the people that you have will hold you accountable to your assignment and not stroke your ego. What is ego? Ego, we've coined the phrase that is an acronym, EGO, that you don't allow people to allow you to eliminate growth opportunities. But they will hold you accountable to your assignment and ensure that you're going to do everything that you're supposed to do to get to the desired destiny. You got a plan. Transitional periods allow you to take inventory of where you have been and where God is leading you next. Include God in your plans, guys. He has to. If it's going to work, if it's going to have longevity, include God in your plans. How do you do that? Matthew 6:33 says, you got to seek him. Priority. Seek him first, but seek ye first. Put him priority. Where does he belong? Seeking his wisdom, his guidance, even if you cannot fully understand what he's doing. Stay with him. Bring him in. Include him. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, trust in the Lord with everything you got. I paraphrase the scripture says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. And don't depend on your own understanding, but seek his will. Seek his way, how he does it. And he will show you what direction to go. Some of you right now, I don't know what to do. I don't know my next move. Should I move? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I leave? Should I pack up? Should I quit? Should I shut the business down? Should I start over? Should I leave? What should I do? I don't even know what I should do. What should I do? I should trust in the Lord with all of your heart and lean not to your own understanding. But in every pursuit, acknowledge him. This is the promise. And he will show you which path to take. Number 5, and last one, persist. You need to expect testing and trials during the tension of transition. It's a part of it. Even if God is closing and opening doors in your life, there are hallways between that must be walked through in order to get to the other side. Don't let your time of transition break you. Instead, let it build you. I told you God is never going to put you in something that's going to destroy what he intentioned to develop. Take the next right step, however small or significant, and persist in walking your journey out in faith. If you continue, you will grow and mature, ready for the next season with purpose and passion. James chapter 1, verse 2 says, consider it a sheer gift when tests and challenges come out from all sides. You know that under pressure, your faith life is forced into the open and shows its true colors. So don't try to get out of anything prematurely, but let it do its work. So you become mature and well-developed and not deficient in any way. You're not in trouble. You're in transition. Listen, I'm way over my time, but I had to get it out. I had to give it to you. I ain't been here in what, I think 3 weeks. So I've been sitting on some stuff, man, but I just wanted to share that with you. I pray that it's been encouraging to you. I pray that it causes you to reassess and reset and look back at what you're doing. You're not in trouble. You're in transition. And God is repositioning you to reintroduce you. We've allowed life to life, as we say. We've forgotten during this life who we are and what we're here for and why God even has us here. But God is allowing everything that's transpiring right now to reposition you. When things get shaky and unfamiliar, God is moving you somewhere because he knows that where you are cannot receive what he has for you. You're not in trouble. I need you to hear that. I pray that gets embedded in your spirit, that even when you're not watching or listening to this, you'll hear the Holy Spirit tell you, you ain't in trouble. You're in transition. I'm not making you bitter. I'm making you better. You don't even understand what's about to happen to your life. So I need to challenge your perspective to see, just because that door is closed, doesn't mean it's over. And don't rush to the open door, to the next opportunity, but enjoy the hallway for a little bit. Talk to your friends, slap hands, do a dance off, but you can't stay in the hallway. Get healed, get whole, get healthy, because we got another opportunity to get ready to go into. Listen, I love y'all. If this has been a blessing to you, if you want to see more of this, I just need you to help me out. I need you to like, I need you to comment, I need you to share. Share this with your friends, share this with somebody that can use this. Um, I'm going back to watch it, listen again. There's some things that blessed me that I didn't even know I needed to hear personally. And I'm not saying that being vague, but I just know God released some things even through me that's healed me and that's healing me because we're on our road to somewhere blessed. We don't even know what's about to take place. And the reason why God is allowing a lot of things to happen at this moment is because what's going to happen in 2024. And He's not waiting to 2024 for us to get there, but He's preparing us now so that when we get there, we're already possessed what we need in order to be productive. So I love y'all, man. You can find this and so much more. You can go to you can go to our YouTube page, Revival Center VA. You can go to our Instagram, Revival Center, Facebook, Revival Center, or Victor Johnson. You can go to our website, revivalcenterva.com. There are passages, scriptures, devotions, a lot of new things we're getting ready to download and upload. A lot of requests have come in what people desire, and so we're going to have small glimpses of areas that we're being challenged by. Like you got an issue with anger, you got an issue with unforgiveness, you got an issue with anxiety, you got an issue with whatever it is. We're going to do a small mini sermonette. It's going to be 5-10 minutes, I don't even know, but we're going to deal with that issue. We're going to get the word. We're going to pray, do a devotion, boom, and you'll have it that you can have something to go to that's going to keep you accountable. Like I said, we're working on this devotion. You already got it, so stop trying to get it. That's going to be transferable, like I said, from marketplace, ministry, marriage, whatever. I'm just going to throw some points out there on how we need to understand it. Stop trying to go get what God has already possessed in us, but to stop and see and assess what I already got. You already got it. You already got it. And we just need the Holy Spirit to help us activate what we've already been assigned to. So pray for us, man. We're praying for you. Sunday morning, we'll be back here, 10 a.m. Another word from God. Cannot wait to see what the Lord is preparing for us and for you. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you and your family. I ask that you pray for us, that we continue to be consistent and understand that transition is not a bad thing. Change is the only thing that's constant, but change is good. We were never called to be basic. We were never called to be complacent, right? We were called to be fruitful. So I love y'all. Y'all have an amazing weekend. Get into church. Get to church this weekend. Get in worship. Find yourself a house where you can be poured into, that God can get the best out of the grace that's on your life. All right. We will be back here, Lord willing, in the Creek Don't Rise next Thursday with another word from the Lord. And faith is not just yesterday on a Sunday, but faith is every day. Shouts out to Pastor Chandler Bailey for erecting this platform to cause faith to beat every day and to cause us to be accountable to our faith so that we know it's not just on Sunday or in our midweek, but we carry faith every day. And it's transferable. Not just for in ministry, but it's transferable in the marketplace, in your marriage, how you use your money. Like this is what we believe, and this is what we're going to stand on. So I love y'all. Share this, comment. I want to hear your comments. If this was a blessing to you, please comment. I read the comments. I do, and I just want to make sure I'm making sense. I want to make sure that it resonates, and that you can use it and be a blessing to somebody else. All right. I love y'all. Have a great evening.